as you can tell from probably the title of this vlog's all about mine and the hubby's first trip to Las Vegas. We went last month, just the two of us, solo trip, yay, no children. We flew out with British Airways. We expected them to be sort of quite high end and a good airline, and from start to finish we had like little problems with them. They ran out of food. The seats were really tight in economy for a 6'3" man. My husband sort of struggled for the 11 hours. Just another few sort of problems along the way. Nothing too major, but we might be tempted just to try somebody else next time. Then once we got to Las Vegas, we got through customs really quickly in about 15 minutes, had our cases and were sort of ready to go and find our transfers, which took us about 80 minutes in total to leave the airport. From finding the transfers, getting on the shuttle, and then waiting a further 30 minutes for other passengers to arrive. It was just not the best thing after you've been travelling for absolute hours. But we eventually got to the MGM, and the queue there was about 45 minutes to check in as well. We did try the $20 trick. I don't know if any of you know, imagine some of you do. If you pop a $20 bill in between your passport and your credit card, sometimes you get a free complimentary upgrade. Didn't seem to be working for us, so I did ask if there were any complimentary upgrades, because people say you should ask as well. Then she said, oh, I'll go and speak to somebody, I'll see. I did chuck in there that it was the hubby's big birthday, one of his big birthdays, and it was our first time as well. So she came back and sorted us out an upgrade. We did have to pay $10 a night extra, but we got a strip view, much bigger room, like a suite, really, really nice. Yeah, so we checked in, dropped some bags, and then went off to get some drinks and snacks from the Walgreens that's just on the strip. So there's a couple of tips there. One, don't purchase the drinks and snacks in the hotel. They're extortionately expensive. On the strip there's loads of Walgreens and CVS's, places to get stuff a lot cheaper. So go and do that, don't get them from your hotel. And the other tip was Uber. Use Uber and Lyft at the airport. Don't use the transfers, they're just a waste of time, and once you've been travelling all that time, the last thing you want to do is be messing about waiting for the shuttle. So use Uber and Lyft. Definitely do that next time. So we woke up on our first morning in Vegas at 2 AM. Well, I woke up at 2 AM. Couldn't get back to sleep. Jet lag had kicked in. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning at home, so body clock was a bit all over the place. So we got up, got showered. We went down to the Vegas sign at about 7 o'clock, and there was like no one there. I think there was one other person there, which was really, really good. So managed to take a bunch of pictures, and then we took a stroll back because the Vegas sign isn't too far. We got an Uber there, it cost about $8, and then we thought we'd take a mosey back to the hotel, which took about 20 minutes. It wasn't too far at all from the MGM Grand. We grabbed a McDonald's breakfast on the way. Their breakfasts are massive compared to here. I mean, I love Florida, so I do know their meals are a lot bigger, but yeah, it was a huge breakfast. It's funny compared to the size of breakfast we get here. And then we went and had some Topgolf, which was really good fun. It was quite chilled. We were there for when it opened at like 10 o'clock in the morning, so it was really, really nice. And then the Arsenal game was on, Arsenal-Chelsea final for the Europa League. We're big Arsenal fans, and we did get beat, so it was quite sad. We watched half the game, and then when we started to get beat, we left. But we went and watched that in Blondie's in Planet Hollywood. It's like a pub bar, really strong cocktails. Had some food, watched Arsenal get beat, and then we left and went for a walk around Planet Hollywood and some of the other hotels along the strip. We ended up back down our end where we had Shake Shack for dinner, which was nice. Burger, fries, milkshakes are really, really good. Definitely worth a try if you want something quick and easy and reasonably cheap as well. And then the next morning we woke up, we went to Denny's for breakfast, just literally to the side of the MGM Grand. There's a Denny's, which is really handy. We went in there and had some breakfast, and then we went and did scooter city tours, which I saw on a Facebook page and looked into, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. It's literally like a scooter, the engine of a scooter, but it's for two-seaters, and you just drive around and you drive up into the Red Canyon, and it's just the most amazing experience. I definitely advise anyone to do it. It's a little on the pricey side. It was around £100 each. It was around $250 for both of us, but more than worth it. If we went back, I'd probably go and do it again. It was just an amazing experience away from the strip, the noise, the sounds. It was out within nature, and it was just lovely. Really, really nice. That Scooter City Tours, have a look for them online. The tour guides were amazing, really good fun, really educational, filled us in on stuff, filled us with confidence as well, because I was a bit nervous about driving on the main roads where there's other cars and people, but they were really, really good, just really, really fun. So definitely check them out, Scooters.
Yeah, good, yeah, great.
Yeah, so the following day we went to have the breakfast buffet at Mandalay Bay. It's just basically across from the hotel, from the MGM Grand, about a 5-10 minute walk. And it was okay. We had a 2-for-1 voucher that you can get on My Vegas app. If you download the two apps, there's My Vegas Slots and My Vegas Blackjack, and you just play them for free basically, and you rack up coins, and the more coins you get, the more rewards you can get. One of the ones that we picked was the 2-for-1 breakfast at Mandalay Bay. I think it came in around $35 still, just for one, which was fine because it was for both of us, but I would have been a bit disappointed if I paid that for both, like each, because it looked amazing when we walked in. We were like, oh my goodness, like there's so much choice, it's amazing, but actually the quality wasn't there for it. The eggs and bacon, things like that, were quite nice, but they had some sort of fancier foods and meats which weren't very nice. It was sort of quantity over quality, I think, so I probably wouldn't go back there, but you know, it's nice to try it. And then we made our way down to the High Roller, which is at the Link Promenade. I got a Groupon, I think it was $30 for 2 tickets for that, which I thought was quite a good offer. And it's I think it's the highest observation wheel in the world. It's about 550 feet, and it is really high. Normally I'm not affected by things like that, but it actually was really high. I had to sit down for most of it because it's just massive, like the fact that it's moving as well. And it's just a massive capsule. I think it can hold like 40 people per capsule. And if you're big drinkers, there is you can do happy hour. Some of the pods, they have like an open bar, and you can drink as much as you possibly can all the way around. It takes about 30 minutes to get round. It was amazing once you're up the top, like getting a bird's eye view of the strip was pretty cool. But it was pretty high, so if you don't like heights, it might not be the best thing to do. Then we made our way to a few more hotels. We went in sort of MGM Grand Signature. We went in Caesar's Palace, which was pretty amazing. It's quite grand. All the shops in there are really, really grand. We ended up going to Cheesecake Factory for some food, which was really, really nice. And the cheesecake was delicious. But we only had a few starters. We shared a few starters. The portions are so huge that we had 3 starters, and we were both done. Like, we left a little bit as well, and that was 3 starters between the two of us, not 3 starters each. And then we had a piece of cheesecake that we couldn't finish either. The portions are humongous, but food's really good, and the prices are pretty. Yeah, so that evening we decided to go to New York, which is just literally opposite the MGM. They're connected by a little walkway over the road. It's really convenient. Really nice hotel, stunning from outside. Like the facade outside is amazing. We went in at a steakhouse. I can't remember the name, but it was just inside by the main bit. But it was really, really good. Really good prices. Drinks were really nice. Food was just delicious, and the portions, again, we couldn't eat it all, so we left it. We didn't have any pudding. And then that evening we went and saw Zumanity, which is the 18 plus Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, it was really, really good. We both really enjoyed it, but if you're a bit prudish, it might not be the one for you. You kind of got to leave all your inhibitions, like let them go. And it was really, really good. The acrobats are amazing, like the things they can do. The show was really funny, lots of humour in it. Had a laughing, before it even started. It was really, really good. And that was another thing we got. I got a free ticket on the My Vegas app. So it's definitely worth doing. There is a few problems with the app. My hubby was playing it like mad, gained loads of points, and then when it came to update his app, like about a month before, all the rewards changed and they just went to like room rates and like free nights if you like buy 5. It changed. Apparently, if you live in America or near Vegas, you don't get such good rewards. The rewards are for people that are like live in England and like Africa, like further away to Vegas. The offers are better to draw you in, sort of thing. So yeah, so he didn't get any rewards, which is a real shame because he had a lot more points than me. But going back to mine, we used the points on mine to get a ticket for Zoomanity, and then he paid for his ticket, which I think was around $70-80. So it was quite expensive, but considering we didn't pay for mine, it was absolutely fine. But yeah, really, really good. Zoomanity, definitely worth a watch. But like I said, you can't go in there if you're prudish because it's rather rude, but really good. So the next morning we went to Battlefield, which is the shooting range, which is down sort of the north end of the strip. They pick you up from your hotel, which was really cool. When you go in like a Humvee, like a truck thing, they come get you and take you there. The hubby was doing the shooting, not me. It doesn't really entertain me. Like, I'm not really interested in shooting guns. And once we got there, I didn't really like the feel of it. It's sort of like a live army base. They're all soldiers that work there, and there's like military equipment everywhere. The shooting literally took about 10 minutes and that was it, and it was over. We had a look around and then they dropped us back to our hotel. Not somewhere I'd want to go again. I didn't really like the feel of it. Almost felt like they were kind of glorifying war a little bit, but hey, that's just my personal opinion. Hubby enjoyed the shooting, but yeah, we've done it once, so I imagine we probably wouldn't do it again. We got that ticket for that off of Groupon. It was around $89, I think. We got that in advance, so you saved a bit of money doing it that way. So yeah, we did that. We went back to the strip, and then we went for a little walk down the strip, and we went to Fat Tuesdays. I got one of the cocktail cups. I hear everyone raving about Fat Tuesdays. I had the amaretto and pineapple slush, which was really, really nice, but really, really strong. Before I'd even finished mine, I was sort of swaying around a little bit, and the hubby was like, I think we need to get some food. So they are really, really strong, but I got like a souvenir cup because you buy the cups and then you can get them refilled. You see those people walking around with them all the time, so I think you can just get them refilled for a much smaller charge. But they were really good. I'd definitely get a Fat Tuesdays again if we went over there. We ended up down the far end of the strip. By the evening we went back into Caesar's Palace, and because I was a bit woozy, we ended up having Cheesecake Factory again. I know, out of all the restaurants there are to eat at, we ended up eating twice at Cheesecake Factory, but the fried cheese, which is basically like a mozzarella stick, was the best I've ever had anywhere, so definitely worth going back there for some of that. And then we took a sort of a nighttime walk back to our hotel down the strip, and it was just beautiful, like the lights and everything everywhere, the sounds. I mean, it was incredibly busy and sometimes a little bit overwhelming with the amount of people that were sort of around you, but I'm going to add some pictures and videos in of what we saw. It was just amazing, really, really amazing. Just when it's something to experience, sort of thing you sort of would never experience back home. But we're just in there, Caesar's Palace. Second time having the Cheesecake Factory. I feel absolutely sick, but we didn't go crazy. Portions are just astronomical. But it's pretty. Really pretty at night down here. This is the far end. We're all the way down the other end. So on our last full day, we wanted to do some shopping. You've got the North and the South premium outlets, which we love. We love the premium outlets that are in Orlando. You can get such amazing bargains. So on the forums that I go on the Facebook pages, a lot of people prefer the North. People do like the South as well, so it's really good, but we wanted to try the North because we've heard that they're really, really good. So we jumped in an Uber from our hotel. I think it was about $12. It's probably the most expensive trip we had, from the MGM Grand to the North outlets, and we hit them hard. We had no children. Normally I have children whinging at us that they're bored, so we had no children. The sun was out. It was just a good time. We got loads of stuff from trainers and clothes, handbags, Michael Kors. I got a handbag, cross-the-body bag and a purse for $230, and I was contemplating a third handbag, but I thought that'd just be greedy, so I didn't. But yeah, you can get really, really good stuff out there for really good prices. So once we'd finished up there and our wallets and purses were considerably lighter, we jumped in an Uber back, and then we decided to have some pool time because the whole time we'd been there we hadn't relaxed at all. So we spent a few hours around the MGM Grand Pool. Well, one of the pools, there's like 5 pools. There's also a daytime club, they call it, which is got a pool as well. Oh, I think it's called Wet Republic, that's what it's called, but we never went to it. We just spent a few hours around the ordinary pools, but they are a little bit like poser pools. You know, you can't really swim in them. They're only like a few feet deep, and there's seats all around the edges, and they're just people to just sort of have a dip in, then get out. But they're really, really nice. It was nice and clean, and there was music pumping, and it was just a good atmosphere. Everyone was enjoying themselves. So just a little recap on some of the sort of tips that we picked up along the way that can hopefully help you out on your trips, whether it's your first trip or your 10th trip. You never know, they might help you. So definitely use the Ubers and the Lyfts everywhere. Don't use the taxis. Renowned fact that they rip you off. They all run on a meter, and there's loads of traffic all the time up and down the strip, so you like to get stuck in traffic, and then they're just going to charge you through the roof. So just use the Uber app and the Lyft app. There is an app, I can't remember what it's called, that combines the two, and it tells you which one's the cheap, will charge you like the cheapest rate. But I just got both the apps and would just have a look at both and see which one come up the cheapest, and then book that one. And Groupon, use Groupon for vouchers. If you pop in like Las Vegas, it brings up all the different offers there are, and if you keep checking back as well over time, like new ones come up as well. And we got like the Battlefield one on there, and I got a Sugar Factory voucher which we never got around to using, which was a shame. It was like, I think I paid $28 for it for a value of $40, which would have been good, but we just ran out of time. We also got the High Roller ticket on there as well, so yeah, you can get some really good offers, save you some money for gambling and drinking. Some of the other tips were, people will try and stop you up and down the strip. People are trying to talk to you, entice you in, trying to sell you things. A lot of the time it's for timeshares. If they say like, how long are you in town for, what are you guys doing tonight, just always say you're leaving tonight or you're leaving tomorrow. If they think you're not there for much longer, they're not going to sort of bother you too much, but they tend to be trying to sell you timeshare sort of packages or entice you with free tickets to see things if you go to this presentation. Just don't do it. It's a waste of time. You're there to have a good time on holiday. You don't want to be sat for 4 or 5 hours at a seminar for a timeshare thing. So definitely just try and avoid those people. Try the $20 trick if you can. It's worth it. I mean, you do feel a little bit awkward just as it's a bit embarrassing, but worth a try. If it can get you a free upgrade, you might as well do it. Yeah, so besides that, I think I've covered as much as I can. If there's anything else you sort of want to ask, feel free. I'm no expert on Vegas. You know, I've only been there the once, but it was only a few weeks ago, so hopefully I might have a bit more information. But it was just a really good time. We had an excellent time. Really, really enjoyed it. Wasn't sure when we first got there. The first day we walked out onto the strip and there was a big fight between drunk people, and I sort of said to the hubby, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But that was just one of those things. The next day we woke up and just had the most amazing 5 nights there. It was just really, really good. So I'd advise anyone who's sort of contemplating going to Vegas to go, just experience it. We definitely want to go back as soon as we can. Just need some money. Got to work harder to earn some money so we can go a bit more. But yeah, anyways, if you've got any comments or anything like that, just pop it in the chat down below and I'll try and answer any questions to help you out. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want to sub, that'd be amazing. Give it a thumbs up. Cheers. Take care. Bye.